Hi, Caesars. It's day 10 of your 14-day quick start training. Can you believe that? I've done so much in 10 days. It's been a lot of information, but you've also learned how to work smarter, not harder. So you should be getting catched up on all that stuff. You should be getting caught up on your webinars and your additional trainings because you've learned to turn that wasted time where before you were just washing dishes or cooking dinner or just showering. Now that time is training time and you're becoming a better you during that time. So if you haven't started your additional trainings yet, I want you to start with the Craig Holiday webinar on time management. It's an additional training in the goals and organization video. I don't remember exactly what day that is right now. It's been a lot of days in my brain. But today, we're going to talk about coaches because yesterday we talked about Emerald and Success Club and all the amazing promotions that you qualify for. And you all want to hit Emerald. You all want to qualify for leads. How amazing is that? That's Beachbody handing you free customers. No other MLM company does that. Nobody does. Just Beachbody, okay? So, coaches, first thing to know, you right now, I'm sure, are going, how can I explain this business to people? You're not going to have to. That's something that I'm going to do for you. Starting April 2014, exact date has yet to be decided, but I'll be starting to do a monthly What is Coaching webinar where I will present and I will explain coaching for you to your prospects. That will be a monthly thing and something that you can invite your coaches to. I also I'm going to begin to do some in-person personal development trainings and discuss coaching briefly then to help get prospects interested. And you can bring people to those things. That's something I'm going to start doing in Eastern Idaho first. That's where the team's really starting to grow. If you're somewhere else and if you're committed to this and you're outside of the Eastern Idaho or Boise area and you're committed to this and you want to build a team, contact me. And if you're starting to grow a team somewhere that I'm not, I will come to you and I will do in-person trainings with your team. You just have to contact me and we have to try and make it work, okay? So that is an opportunity for you. Now, so you're not going to have to share the whole coaching thing, so don't get bogged down on that. Today we're just going to discuss the different kinds of places to find coaches and the way to approach people about coaching and about this opportunity. First, kind of place to get coaches is your customers turn discount coaches. This is honestly kind of the easiest way to get coaches. And discount coaches, active coaches, will help grow your team volume. That's something that you need in order to really make this a full-time income. But it also benefits your customers. And any customer who is going to be drinking Shakeology long-term, it makes sense for them to sign up as a discount coach. Without taxes being counted in, over 6 months, that saves them almost $100. And this is something I share. It's in my 30-day assignment challenge group document. And it's at the end, and I share a picture. It's also in the back of our team page. That's the difference between being a customer and a discount coach price-wise. I share that in my challenge group every single month about halfway through, and get majority of the time my challengers who are committed to doing this long term and committed to a lifestyle convert over to coaches because they want the discount and it makes sense. So in the way to kind of explain that, and you'll be able to see it in my 30-day in the document where you'll see what I write out, it's like a loyalty program. So there's no minimum purchase requirements. They just sign up and they pay their monthly fee and then they qualify for a 25% discount and it saves them money. So that's the way I explain that is the loyalty program and sharing that as a coach, you're not required to do anything. Some of the people on this training may have started as a discount coach. As a discount coach is like a loyalty program. You sign up, you pay a fee, you get the discount, and it still saves you. For me, I'm in Idaho. It saves me $17 a month to do that, even after taxes. Okay? So discount coaches. And that's something that a lot of times people will come to you and ask for, so that's not something very difficult. If someone does come to you and ask about being interested as a discount coach, and it's very obvious that's all they're interested in, Don't push the business on them. A lot of people sometimes want to do that they think, oh, discount coach. Oh, you obviously want to build a business. Don't push the business on them. You told them that it didn't take anything more. It was just them saving money. Let it be the loyalty program to where they save money. You don't have to talk to them about the business because they're not interested in that, okay? However, even if the person you sign up is a discount coach, make a big deal and add them to the team page. Add them to, you may have a team page, add them to your team's team page, to Carpe Diem team page, but make a big deal. And in that explanation about who they are, just call out the fact that they're a discount coach. Hey, this person's been a rock star challenger in my challenge. She's been doing T25 and killing it. She decided she's committed to making her new healthy choices as a lifestyle and decided to sign up as a discount coach. Welcome to the team. Call out that they're a discount coach. They don't feel any pressure to build a business, but sometimes that sense of community and getting to get in and be a part of the team and see what it's like to be in our team is enough to make people to want to be involved. That's a big thing that my coach Nina was missing from her life, and that she had just had a baby and they moved and she was in a new place and she didn't really have any friends. And so getting in and joining that community of Beachbody was such a driving force for her and to want to build something and want to be really heavily involved in this, okay? So don't ever discount where someone's at in their life and where they may need it. And even if they just want to be a discount coach, allow them to be a part of our family because they are. So just call it out when you're speaking to the intro thing and let it be a discount opportunity, okay? So next kind of coaches are your rockstar challengers. You'll get in a challenge group and there'll be one person. There's always one, usually always one, sometimes two or three if you're really lucky, that just kind of float to the surface. I don't even know what that phrase means. What floats to the surface? Is that cream? Is that a milk thing? I love milk. It might be a dairy reference. Anyway, they float to the top and there's someone who's interacting on other people's posts or posting motivational pictures or sayings in for the group and are really, really driven. And that's the best place to find business building coaches because you can see a leader in their real element, that they come out and they really blossom in that element. And a lot of times it's people that you may not have thought that was going to happen. And they were allowed the opportunity to be a part of something that really helped them to blossom. And that's something that you did. So challengers to coaches, rockstar challengers. I start those conversations by reaching out and just discussing the group and discussing, what they're doing in the group. And, I really love how you're posting a lot of really extra motivational things. I really appreciate it. And how are you liking the group? Do you like the challenge group aspect? Talk to them back and forth about that. Talk to them about where they are with their own goals. In those conversations, I bring up things like, how are things going with work, and just kind of feel that area out. And then make the suggestion like, hey, have you ever thought about what I'm doing? I always say that. I never say, have you ever thought about being a coach? I always say, have you ever thought about doing what I do? And it takes the perspective off of it to see me, not see Beachbody coach, to see me and this interaction they've had with me. So that's something I learned from Scotty Hobbs, and something that's really, really helped me connect with people is, have you ever thought about doing what I'm doing? And then just reassuring people that they're already doing it. That's so much of it. They say, well, I don't know if I could be a coach, and I don't know if I could motivate people, and I don't know if I could inspire people. You're already doing it. Like, you're doing my job, only I'm the one getting paid for it. You can make money and do this too, and I'm going to teach you how. Okay? So rockstar challengers to coaches is a really, really great way. That's what I was. And that doesn't have to be in your full challenge group. That can be in your clean eating group. That someone may be in the clean eating group and they're really, really awesome and really jumped forward and really gung-ho. And when you're talking to them and doing the invite for a challenger, then have that conversation about, you were really great in the group. You were so energetic, so much fun. You were really inspirational to people. And have you ever thought about doing what I'm doing? And we're here to help people, remember? And so many times coaches get excited And they see adding coaches to their team as an opportunity to grow their own business, which it is. Adding coaches to your team, that is how you grow your business. But that coach, them being a coach, is not about you. It has nothing to do with you. It should not have anything to do with you at all, and should 100% be what this can be for them. And so for someone like me, Nina talked to points like, hey, have you ever thought about doing what I'm doing? You were really emotional and motivational in the group, and I know people really connected with you. And I know how much you hate your job, and that's something you've really been struggling with. I've been in that same place before, and you don't have to do that anymore, and you would be a really amazing coach. Is that something? I've got a webinar that explains more about it. Would you be interested in watching it? Who's going to say no to that? I didn't. Then you watch the webinar, and then you have them hooked in, and you get to ask them questions then about, what interests you about this? Because then you're allowing them to really feel it and have it mean something to them. If you're saying, you can make so much money at this, and you should join my team, and it's really awesome, and there's team cycles, and there's team bonuses, and there's a free cruise, and all this stuff, all people hear is money. And all people are hearing is your goals for the cruise and making money and all that stuff. And they immediately feel like a sale. Your coaches aren't a sale. You're allowing someone the opportunity to get to make a living helping people, to wake up and feel fulfilled and passionate about what they do every single day. That's what you're giving to somebody. You're not giving yourself a rank advancement. You're giving that to somebody. And if that's your intention, your rank advancement and your higher team volume and all of that's going to come with it. So a lot of this comes back to your intention. So when you're talking to people about coaching and your customers to discount coaches and your rockstar challengers to coaches are a little bit easier because they're kind of they're getting a sense of the dynamic and a little bit into the culture of Beachbody by being in a challenge group like that. So now we're going to touch on the last group of people, and that's random people. People that you see that you go, wow, they would be a perfect Beachbody coach. Perfect Beachbody coach. So, and that happens. That happens a lot. There's people, oh, my friends, listen, oh my God, I just want them to be a coach because they would be so amazing at this. This would be the opportunity for them to turn their life around. But you have to be ready. And a lot of times, if someone's not ready, 9.9 out of 10 times, if someone's not ready for a challenge group, they're not ready to coach. Okay, so that's something you need to know on that. So your invites on those random people need to be centered around the challenge group. And the same thing you would do as a challenger invite. Hey, I've been following your stuff and you're so motivational and so much fun. And you're doing a reconnect, and that's what we're going to talk about tomorrow, is building relationships and connecting with people. But after that, and in that, you're learning everything about them. And so that later when you come back and say, hey, I was doing my challenge, your name popped into my head after we talked the other day. I thought you might be interested. Would you like more info? They'll say yes or no. Give them more info on the challenge. If someone's ready for a challenge, that's when you have the opportunity to open up the discussion about coaching and say, oh my gosh, I'm so excited you're really interested in the challenge. I've actually thought about you a lot, and I follow on your social media and how inspirational you are, how open you are with your story. And have you ever thought about doing what I'm doing? If they don't say yes to a challenge, they're not going to say yes to being a coach. So that is your opener for those random people. If they're not ready for a challenge, they're not ready to help other people and do a challenge with somebody else. Okay? So that's where I want you to keep that. Don't ever go to someone and be like, oh my God, you should be a coach. Join my team. Because it shuts off. Blinders, nobody's going to listen to what you say. And if it's, you should join my team, again, nobody's going to listen to what you say. Because they don't want to join your team. They want to know what it can do for them. And I'm proof of that. 2.5 years ago, like 2 years before I signed up as a coach, my brother's roommate approached me. A girl I really, really liked. I had fun with her. We talked back and forth at his house all the time, hung out with her, and had this like killer body, and it was really amazing and really inspired me to work out and stuff all the time. And she sent me a message and she said, hey, I just signed up as a Beachbody coach. You'd be really good. You should join my team. We can make a lot of money. I never responded to the message. And had she instead come at me in a genuine way to say, oh my gosh, I just started this new opportunity and it's about helping people and building relationships. I love what I'm doing so much. And I don't know if this would be anything you're interested in, but this is the perfect opportunity for you. Would you like to know more information? I probably would have asked for more info. Okay? But I wasn't ready, and the way that she approached me completely turned me off. So think about that. And when you're talking to people, you're not going to have to explain the coaching side of things. And I make sure that I always send somebody a webinar. If they're not going to get on a live webinar, or there's not one coming up soon, I say, hey, I've got this webinar recording. I'll send it to you. Have you watched it? And then allow that to be the thing that opens the conversation. And you can say afterwards, like, hey, what was your favorite part? If you want to schedule a phone call afterwards. Watch the video and then we can schedule a phone call to talk in more detail. Schedule a phone call. What was your favorite part? What did you connect with the most? And make this about them. And that's something we'll talk about a little bit more in building relationships tomorrow. But this is about them. And I always send a webinar to people, and you're going to do this so you don't have to explain it to people. But if someone's not willing to put in the time to watch the webinar, they're not really that interested. End of story. Let it go. There's going to be another video going up later this week. We're currently in March 2014, so feel free to look for it. There's going to be another video about the DNA and the DNA of being a really good, successful coach, really just successful person in general. And this is something I've learned about. It's not something that everybody has, okay? So that'll be something else that you'll want to look for in potential coaches. It's a lot, but make coaching about them. Back off. This isn't about you, and it doesn't have to be about you. Your social media page, your Facebook, your Instagram, all of that is about you. When you're talking to another coach or talking to a challenger and getting to know somebody, it's not about you. So back up, take a deep breath, focus on their why. And when you're talking to a coach, and if a coach talks to you about making money, because that will come up, people, well, how much money can you make? If a coach talks to you about making money, the best thing and the best answer to focus on is, let's start with getting your own product paid for, because you can do that in a month. This is an investment for people. If you can take away that investment and give them back their money and make them so they're not paying for anything in a month, which you can do, which is easy to do, is cover your own product in a month, start there. Let's start with getting your own product paid for. Trainings, all of that. Are you interested in jumping in? Okay? I hope this helps. Shut up and listen. That's the paper I have. I have a paper in my notebook that says, shut the up and listen whenever I'm talking to a coach. Okay? So I hope this helps. A lot of information, and that stresses people out, but don't be stressed. It's about them. It's not about you. And it's, again, just about helping people. They have to be ready. Okay? See you tomorrow. I'm building relationships and growing your network, and we're so close to done. So close.